What's up, YouTube? Welcome to today's video on In the Stars. So today's video I'm going to be talking about Capricorn Decans. Alright, so first the first decan in Capricorn, or the first 10-degree period in Capricorn, ruling planet is Saturn, of course, and its sub-ruling planet is Saturn, of course. Because as I always say, that your ruling planet in the first decan is always going to be the same as the sub-ruling planet. So what does this mean for Capricorns in the first decan, or the first 10-degree period? So this is going to mean that these Capricorns are going to be more serious, or will tend to be more serious than other Capricorns, because Saturn rules, or Saturn influences limitations, restrictions, it influences age, time, karma, maturity, and discipline. So with Capricorn, with the first 10-degree decan of Capricorn being sub-ruling and ruling planet being influenced by Saturn, that means, like I said, that these Capricorns will be more serious than other Capricorns, or tend to be usually more serious than other Capricorns, because that that influence of discipline, of, like I said, Saturn also represents like that father figure, or have father influences, like I said, like being strict or stern, or laying down the law, so to speak, putting your foot down. So those are all of the things that how Saturn influences one sign. So how it's going to influence Capricorn already, that's already what makes Capricorn so tedious, so strict, and so that sense of responsibility, that sense of wanting to restrict or be in control, shall I say. So as I was saying, for the first 10-degree period, this is going to allow them to be more serious because of that, because they are already that way. And so with their sub-ruling planet, it's just adding in an extra dose of that to Capricorn first 10-degree period. So this is also going to influence them to be that way when it comes to in terms of how Capricorns already are. Shall I say, like, think about Capricorns. Capricorns are about material gain, or about growing in a material way, or about social status, about achieving social status, or about how they are perceived from other people. They're also about being grounded, shall I say, like I said, like finding stability. That's the word I'm looking for. So these Capricorns are going to be more strict when it comes to all of these different things. They're going to be more serious when it comes to these different things. They're going to be more rigid. They're going to be more fixed, even though that Capricorns aren't necessarily a fixed sign, or they aren't a fixed sign. I shouldn't say necessarily, because they aren't at all. But because of that earth sign already, they are already, as I said, grounded. They already seek stability. They already can be stubborn in ways, so this will increase that for these Capricorns, unless it's debilitated, or unless it's in a negative, or unless this is negatively aspected for them. Their sun sign is negatively aspected in some kind of way, or other parts of their chart is negatively aspected. And as I say, there's always a polar side to these things. So this can lead to them being the absolute reverse of those things, or not as strongly restricted, or have strong as seriousness as they should, because it's influenced negatively in some kind of way in their chart. This can allow them, to be, as I said, the complete opposite of that. So another thing is this will allow Saturn is also the planet of ambition. So this would allow them to be, because they want to grow, or they want to be responsible in a way, so, or they're disciplined, and they want to set these limitations. So they're, like I said, they're looking at things from an adult level. Not to say that all signs or all signs aren't adult in some sort of way, but Saturn is the father planet, almost, as you will, or at least in mythology aspects, Saturn is the father planet. So this will allow them, as I was saying, Saturn is also the planet of ambition. So this will allow these Capricorns to be more ambitious than other, or can be more ambitious than their other decan counterparts. They're going to be more self-disciplined, as I already went through. They're going to be more responsible. So this what tends to make them more reliable. They're going to these Capricorns, some of these Capricorns can seem like an old soul, if you will, because as I said, Saturn also influences time and that fatherly figure expression, or what have you. So these Capricorns can be more, they can seem more before their time, so to speak. Like, you might be a certain age, they might seem like, because they're always responsible, they're always thinking ahead, or thinking in a responsible manner. The negative influences from first decan Capricorns is that they can seem, or that some of them can appear to be impatient with people, like, because they can become, these Capricorns can become very controlling or very bossy, like, because they have that extra dose of responsibility influence, that extra dose of determination, that extra dose of dependability, that extra dose of restriction. So as I said, this can allow them to be more bossy or impatient with people, because people aren't doing things the way that they necessarily might want them to do it, or necessarily way as they see them best doing it, or that how they should do it. So these Capricorns can also be, these Capricorns can also get irritated with people who are not timely as efficient as them, who aren't doing things in the timely manner that they feel like they should be done, or the timely manner that they expect things to be done necessarily, because as I said, Saturn also influences time. So these Capricorns can get more irritated with people who are too playful, who are too not as serious as they would like to be. These Capricorns can also be looked at as being too. These Capricorns will also get that, as I talked about Capricorns and Capricorn season, how they have this code influence, or this code persona of them. These are especially true for these Capricorns, because these Capricorns can be more viewed as just wanting to do, wanting to get down to business, so to speak. They could seem like there's no play for them. Like everything is business. Everything has to be organized. These Capricorns will be more organized, because that's also what Saturn brings. Saturn brings organization. Also, first decan Capricorns another negative side to first decan Capricorns with their double dosage of Saturn, as you already know, or as I already said before, that Saturn brings depression, it brings fear, it brings fear of betrayal, it brings karma. So these Capricorn, first decan Capricorns can also be more inclined to being afraid of betrayal. So this will draw in more anxiety for them. This can make them more shut off to wanting friendships, or being more, shall I say, abrasive when it comes to meeting new people, or more, careful. They can also be afraid more of them, or more fearful of them, of karma coming their way, so they might be more conscious or even more conscientious, shall I say, when it comes to, the things that they do, or the things that they say, or the people that they're around, so to speak, because they will have this deep fear of being betrayed, or this deep fear of karma coming back to haunt them, should I say. So these are all of the things of the first decan, Capricorns. Second decan of Capricorns, ruling planet Saturn, of course. Sub-ruling planet is Venus. So what does that mean, that their sub-ruling planet is Venus? How does this influence these Capricorns? Or how would that influence these types of Capricorns, should I say? So with Venus being the sub-ruling planet for the second degree period of Capricorns, these Capricorns will be more pleasure seeking. They will be more attraction seeking, more wanting things more materialistic, because Venus is the planet of attraction of all things, including all things which usually are material things, should I say. And keep in mind that earth signs are already materialistic in a way, so this will add an extra dose of pleasure of wanting, or wanting to gain materialism in their life, or more overall attraction of materialism in their life. They can be people who get who really like to look at things of high material value or high material gain, whether it's watching something on TV or watching somebody's life on social media who's very rich or something, the rich and fabulous or whatever. These are people who will be more attracted to those things, or just wanting those things for themselves, because keep in mind that Capricorns are already the sign of hard work and ambition, because Saturn brings in that ambition. So these Capricorns will be more inclined to wanting to gain that materialism as well. So they can be superficial in a way, like just over the top of wanting material things. There's not nothing wrong with that, but these can be their whole goal in mind, or whole drive is to gaining these things. And so what does that mean? This can lead to them just leading into things just for money value, just for everything could be about money, or about achieving, as I said, that materialism. Also this will allow them to just be more pleasure seeking in general. Like these Capricorns can just, as I was saying, that they want to work hard for material value, they also want to have fun too. See, so this can lead to them being a little torn in ways, because these Capricorns will also seek to they will like to enjoy themselves, or enjoy themselves more than other Capricorns usually, because of that Venus bringing in that pleasure ability as well, wanting to enjoy things, wanting to go out and seek thrill, seek excitement in different things. Love, because as most people know, that Venus is the planet of love. So these Capricorns will also be more inclined to getting into relationships or seeking relationships. But this can also mean that they might get into certain relationships that can help them gain material gain. Like they will be more, or shall I say, more attracted to relationships that can help them gain the material things that they need in life, while also helping them look good at the same time, because Capricorn is also already a Capricorn being Saturn influence already has an influence of wanting to achieve social status from it being in the 10th house. So they're already going to want that social status, right? So this will amplify that more. They're going to want more of that. They're going to strive for more of that. Also Venus being Capricorn's second decan Capricorn sub-ruling planet, these would allow these Capricorns to be more pretty, more beautiful, more handsome than their other Capricorn counterparts, because of that Venus influence. Usually where Venus is strong in people's charts, you will see more beauty associated with these people. But and that also means that they will be attracted to more beauty, more lustful. These Capricorns can also tend to will be more lustful than other Capricorns. So these are some of the things that are associated with these Capricorns. But like I said, on the negative side, on the flip side of that this can lead to them also being over lustful. You know, this can lead to them being conflicted with wanting to, you know, should they work hard or should they have fun, should I say. They will be lacking in responsibility in some way, right? Because if you're taking one away, then it's going to strengthen another part, and so on, you know, one way and vice versa. So this would allow them to feel those things, or to not feel those things, should I say. Other negative ways this can influence these Capricorns is that they can be too, you know, wanting materialism, you know, too attracted to the materialistic side of things, wanting, you know, doing everything for the sole purpose of gaining materialism in some kind of way, gaining money, and, you know, so to speak, or being an opportunistic person. That's what I mean, doing everything for opportunity. Because, and also with that social status weighing in there, that can definitely lead to these people being that way. With second decan Capricorns, the last negative thing that this can lead to second decan Capricorns, their sub-ruling planet Venus, this can lead to them think about it, being more attracted to things, or having attraction of things, also being more stern or more strict, or, you know, this can lead to them growing more obsession towards things, obsessing over the things that they want, or things that they're attracted to. So that's second degree Capricorn. So now we're on to third decan Capricorn. Third decan Capricorn ruling planet is, of course, Saturn, and its sub-ruling planet is Mercury. So how does Mercury influence the third decan Capricorn? Well, if you remember, Mercury is the planet of intellect, communication, transportation, and things like that. You know, pretty much these Capricorns these are like the brainiac Capricorns of the sign, because these Capricorns will be more analytical, more on the thinking side of things. They will be more communicative than other Capricorns, and they will also Mercury brings in not communication, but also social status in a way, or wanting to build relationships in a way. So it's a little bit different from Venus, where Venus wants is attracted to building maybe pleasure-seeking relationships, if that makes sense, or maybe even intimate relationships, shall I say. Mercury wants to build all kinds of relationships, relationships with friends, relationships with family, relationships with loved ones. Like, these are things that they value. So with this influencing these third decan Capricorns, they're going to be inclined to wanting to do these things more than other Capricorn Decans, shall I say. They're going to be wanting to build all kinds of relationships, because keep in mind, Capricorn is already influenced from the 10th house, which will influence their social status, should I say. So this is what, so when they seek these relationships, they seek these relationships in terms of wanting people to accept them, or wanting people to look at them like in a strong presence, wanting to view them very, shall I say, high, if you will, because they want their friends to have the utmost respect for them. They want their families to have the utmost respect for them. They want all people, all social settings, in a way, to view them almost sort of like royalty in a way. And this is how Capricorns can tend to usually be, but this is especially true for these third decan Capricorns, because as I said, the Mercury mixed with their sub-ruling planet Mercury, blended with their ruling planet Saturn, which is already going to bring social status because it's in the 10th house. This is how this will influence these third decan Capricorns. Also, these third decan Capricorns will be more communicative than other Capricorns. So these Capricorns can tend to usually be more charismatic. These Capricorns can tend to usually be more on the leader types, not necessarily such like the first decan Capricorns, where they're going to want to control everything. They're going to be more laxed when it comes to those things. They're still going to feel like that they have the best opinion or the best way about going about things, because of that Saturn is influencing their responsibility, their restriction, their limitations, those determinations, things like that, their ambition. So, and dependability, that was the word I was looking for. So that these Capricorns will already are going to be, as I said, not as controlling as those first decan Capricorns, but they will still be more controlling as far as a more vocal way. They will know how to move the crowd more, should I say. They will know they can be more persuasive to people because of that intellectual ability that they have, blended in with that communication, is going to allow them to be, as I said, more persuasive than other Capricorns. So on the flip side to that, or the polar opposite to that, or the negative side to that, should I say, this can lead to allow these Capricorns to be more manipulative, or coming across as being manipulative to other people, in order to get their way, in order to to pretty much get their way, to doing things the way they wanting them to be done, because Capricorns already want you to do things the way that they feel like that they should be done. So this can allow these Capricorns to being more manipulative, or being seen as more manipulative. This can also allow them to, when it comes to manipulation, because also comes lying, if you will. So these Capricorns can also be more prone to lying about things because of that manipulation, because they want to control, because they feel like they are smarter, so they feel like they can manipulate the situation in order for things to go the way that they seek to. Also Mercury is influenced by ideas. So because of that analytical mind or analytical influence that Mercury already has, plus this allows this planet to influence people's ideas in a way, these Capricorns can come up with great ideas, shall I say, because keep in mind that they already are ambitious from their ruling planet Saturn. So this ambition can lead to them coming up with really great ideas. When it comes in terms of shall I say of material gain, or things of stability or career, because these are all of the things that Capricorn is attracted to. These are all of the things that Capricorn ego is leading them to, where their sun sign is leading them to. It's leading them to a great career. It's leading them to or doing things to have a great career, or doing things for organizational purposes, or doing things for so on and so forth. You know, materialism, as I said, stability, all of these things, social status. So yeah, so this will always lead to them coming up with really good ideas, usually, like I always say. But on the polar side to that, if it's debilitated or if it's negatively placed in some kind of way in their chart, then this can be the exact opposite. This can lead to them having crappy ideas, you know, ideas that aren't too good. So also Mercury brings out humor, and this is another influence of Mercury. It influences humor in the sign. So wherever, you know, when I talk about Mercury, I talk about wherever your Mercury is placed, this will also influence the humor side of things. So with Mercury influencing these Capricorns could be more on the joke, you know, these Capricorns can appear to be more humorous than other Capricorns. They can joke around more. You know, they'll laugh more, or be more even attracted to things that's humorous than their other Capricorn counterparts. With these Capricorns, these third decan Capricorns being intellects, because of that Mercury influence, this will influence these Capricorns to wanting to seek higher education, because keep in mind, Capricorns are already about career. You know, they're already about trying to gain materialism through career. So these Capricorns will tend to usually, more than likely, want to go to seek a higher education to advance themselves in their career in some sort of way. Also, a negative side to third decan Capricorns is because they're analyzers, because they're intellectuals, they can, the polar side to that is that they can overanalyze things, they can overthink about things. So this can lead to them leading to them other negative side to Capricorn in itself, as far as where it's depression or fear or anxiety, because they're overthinking about things, overanalyzing things. So these are third decan Capricorns, and actually that's it for the video. That's all I have today for the Capricorn Decans. So as always, I hope you guys liked the video. If you did, press the like button, click the description box to follow me on my social medias. Write in the comments section down below to let me know how you feel. Click the subscribe button to stay in tune for future videos. And thank you for your time, and until next time, peace and love, y'all.